Feels beautiful, air smells good, and guess what, guys? Welcome to Champagne Country. Let's get it started. We are on our way. We're going to be going to Champagne Country. That's actually where I'm at right now. It's very, very exciting because if you don't know how champagne's made, champagne can only actually be made in this part of the entire world. There's no other places that it can be made in, and that's why it's so special for us to be here today. So, I'm going to meet Mr. Louis, and he will be showing us all about the process at Louis Boucher. All right, guys, so welcome to the southeastern part of France. I'm here with this wonderful gentleman, Louis. Thank you so much for having us. And we're going to be doing a little bit of the process today about how champagne is made. Can you actually start the process for us of how to go about the champagne making?
Ici, nous sommes en train de tailler la vigne.
Okay, you want to go?
Ok.
All right, let's go, guys.
On sélectionne les bourgeons qu'on veut pour avoir de belles grappes et des grappes en quantité raisonnable. On est au moins 5 ou 6 personnes toute l'année, tout l'hiver, pour tailler toute cette superficie-là.
All right, so now it's time to actually go indoors to see the rest of the process. Ready to go?
Go.
All right, let's go.
Alors ça, c'est un pressoir traditionnel champenois. C'est toujours utilisé en Champagne, c'est la référence champenoise. Okay. Et on met 4000 kg de raisin dedans. Bien sûr, coupé à la main, c'est très important. Il n'y a pas de machine en Champagne. On pose délicatement le raisin dedans.
Okay.
On rabaisse les plateaux et on presse le raisin très doucement. Parce que nous, il faut savoir qu'en Champagne, on fait du champagne blanc beaucoup, du vin blanc, à base de raisin noir.
Okay.
Et donc, il ne faut pas que le raisin soit explosé, trituré. Il faut que le raisin soit intact pour extraire le jus blanc.
All right, so now can we see what's next?
OK.
All right, let's go, guys. All right, so now, guys, we're in a different part of the process, but this is actually after we've now pressed all the juice out. And so this is actually the first fermentation.
Oui, alors ici, on fait la première fermentation,
Okay.
C'est-à-dire que le jus de raisin devient du vin blanc tranquille. Okay. Le sucre se transforme en alcool. Les jus des raisins vont directement dans ces fûts en septembre, okay, jusqu'à la mise en bouteille. La mise en bouteille, on appelle ça le tirage en Champagne. Okay. À peu près, ici, on fait ça au mois d'avril.
All right, so guys, that's why you have to pay attention in science class, but I think it's time to go to the next step.
Okay.
All right, let's go, guys. The lighting is a little bit different here, so why is the lighting specific for champagne?
Pour tous les vins. Le vin n'aime pas la lumière naturelle, le soleil. Le vin n'aime pas les ultraviolets, les UV.
Ah oui.
Donc c'est pour ça qu'on a des lumières plutôt orange. Donc les caves sont équipées de lumières un peu spéciales.
Wow. This is a champagne bottle, but question for you, it actually doesn't have a cork, and why is that?
Alors le bouchon liège arrivera plus tard dans l'élaboration du champagne. On va être tout à l'heure obligé de rouvrir la bouteille pour expulser tout ce dépôt que vous voyez là. Ce sont des levures qui ont dégradé le sucre qu'on leur a ajouté pour provoquer du gaz carbonique. Et la bouteille étant fermée, le gaz carbonique se dissout dans le vin et forme les bulles. C'est l'étape primordiale pour faire du champagne, c'est de provoquer cette deuxième fermentation en bouteille pour faire les bulles.
All right, so guys, y'all learned a little bit more information here down in the wine, or champagne cave, excuse me. But now it's time to get out of the orange light and see a little bit more.
Voilà ici la vinothèque, par exemple, c'est Magnum de l'année 95. Voilà, mis de côté par mon papa à l'époque, vinifié vendange 95, mis en bouteille en 96.
All right, so now guys, we're to the tasting phase, and Mr. Louis is going to show us all about the information of actually how to taste correctly, but also why is there a different glass type? And so, take it away, Mr. Louis.
Là, on va déguster le Brut Héritage, notre cuvée référence chez nous.
Okay, so one thing really quick. Normally, whenever I see people open champagne, they open it and do this.
Ah, non.
Is this not the correct way to do it?
Non.
Okay.
Ça, c'est pour quand on a gagné une course, un Grand Prix ou en boîte de nuit, mais non. Ici, on déguste calmement.
How do you go about the process of tasting it?
Alors déjà, le champagne, il faut déjà l'observer un petit peu.
Okay.
Regarder la mousse, son effervescence. Ensuite, on met le nez en premier lieu.
Okay.
Ensuite, on peut agiter un petit peu le verre.
All right.
Et ensuite, la bouche.
Okay, I'm going to follow your lead here.
Il faut toujours un équilibre dans le champagne, pas tomber dans la lourdeur, dans la puissance, sans avoir trop de fraîcheur qui vient équilibrer en finale. Voilà, il faut de l'équilibre dans un champagne.
Thank you so much for the tour today. And guys, I'll see you back in the kitchen for a little bit of more learning about champagne. And no guys, I'm not gonna drink and drive. All right guys, so welcome back to the bonus round where you get to learn a little bit more about this product, aka champagne. So it's all gonna start with actually salmon. All right, so I'm gonna start with a little bit of salt. You don't need a lot. And then we're gonna go in with a little bit of pepper. Just follow the pepper road. Yes, that is a terrible joke. All right, so we just finished with the pepper. And so now we're actually gonna be doing a cool thing, poaching salmon. And you're gonna be thinking about it, you're like, poaching salmon, that's not really that cool. But we're actually gonna be doing it in champagne. So what I have here, you have parchment paper, and this is gonna help it from actually sticking to the bottom. All right, so that's the Mirepoix, which actually gives a lot of flavor, and this is gonna actually infuse flavor. Mirepoix is onion, celery, and then also carrot. And now time for the champagne. So for guys, I'm just gonna be one of those people, I don't like the popping off of this thing. It's coming. All right, so you heard that. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go straight in, and all you're gonna do is pour it around. See all the bubbles? And champagne is one of those things that's actually very, very hard to cook with because you don't want to actually inhibit the flavors of champagne. And so you want to make sure that you cover. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and cover this. I'm going to start off medium-high heat. Once we start to see a little bit of bubbles, then we're going to reduce it down to a medium-low, and we're going to cook it for 4 minutes, okay? And guess what? You can already smell the champagne everywhere, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I'm back. Brought a little bit of butter for just a minute. So now come on in. Oh, look at that beautiful piece of salmon. It's time to take the salmon out. And the way you can tell that, push right on the top. It's gonna flex back just a little bit, but it still should be soft. You wanna be really, really delicate with it because you don't want it to break, okay? Pull that little piece out there. Got some of that paper left. All right, so now follow me here. All right, so now we're gonna go right on. And first off, that looks great, but now it's time to use this butter for the sauce. Now we have about 2 tablespoons left of liquid in here, and this is what you need for what is called a pan sauce. And so what I'm going to do a process called mounting butter in. Mix with all that juice, aka all that concentration, not just salmon, but also the onion, a little bit of the dill, celery, and also the carrot. It's going to be wonderful. So now this is our sauce. So come here and look at this. You see that? This is what is called a pan sauce. And so it's coated all the vegetables so you can put that on the plate. And that's what I did. A few maybe already. All right, but now follow me here. I'm gonna try to maneuver this for you. I'm gonna take a spoon, and now we're just gonna kind of ladle into it. And here we go, guys. You ready? So we're just gonna pour this beautifully over that poached salmon. And so this has all the taste of the champagne. And I did not tell you, but I used what is called the Brut champagne. And the reason for this is that it's not as sugary as the rest. And so we're just gonna finish off with a little bit of that sauce. Now for the final thing, to give it a little bit of color, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some of that dill I've saved, always save some for garnish. And what you'll do, you'll just delicately place it right on top. And this is to give it a little bit of color. And there you go, guys. A simple recipe that you can do at home. I know it's weird, but it actually works. And then we used the champagne, what's left over, to actually make the sauce. So guess what, guys? It's gonna be absolutely wonderful. Here, oh man, here, I'm just gonna show you this. Look how wonderful that breaks apart. And that's all because of the poaching. You go into the center, look at that. And that's what you get whenever you poach. But of course, you gotta taste it. The sweetness of the champagne pairs perfectly with a little bit of salt. And if you want to, because it's my opinion, you can actually add a little bit of lemon juice to this. Oh, and you'll be divine and go in heaven, as I would like to say. So guys, make sure to try this recipe. I have a lot more in store just for you, but until next time, as they say, I got to go discover some more for you. Ciao.